Ecclesiastes 1 through 11. The words of the teacher, son of David, king in Jerusalem. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher, utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What does man gain from all his labor at which he toils under the sun? Generations come and generations go, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun sets and hurries back to where it rises. The wind blows to the south and turns to the north. Round and round it goes, ever returning on its course. All streams flow to the sea, yet the sea is never full. To the place the stream comes from, there they return again. All things are wearisome, more than one can say. The eye never has enough of seeing, nor the ear its fill of hearing. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which one can say, "Look, this is something new"? It was here already, long ago. It was here before our time. There is no remembrance of men of old, and even those who are yet to come will not be remembered by those who follow. Hi, welcome to week 19 of our book, Queen of the Castle, 52 weeks of encouragement for the uninspired, domestically challenged, or just plain tactile homemaker. This week, our title is Drudgery, Schmudgery, which is a very interesting play on words, I suppose. We chose our job as homemakers, and yet there are times that we just do not enjoy some of those tasks. And when you think about it, there's in every job, there's things that people don't like to do, things that become mundane or repetitive and seem absolutely meaningless, which is why I read in Ecclesiastes that of the first chapter about meaningless. Do you have a least favorite task? I have too many. I shouldn't even mention them, quite honestly. If you look back, if you were here for week 8, I did tell 2 stories about painting and laundry and how I changed my perspective on those types of things. For me, cleaning in general is not something I enjoy doing. I would rather do something creative, and to me, cleaning isn't very creative. However, it is part of my responsibilities in our home. And yet in Ecclesiastes, as it says that all things are wearisome, more than one can say. The eye never has enough of seeing, nor the ear its fill of hearing. Sometimes when those kiddos are around and you're trying to clean and do things, your ear is full of hearing, but you can't unhear what you're hearing. Those things that what has been will be again. Have you ever, cleaned up and then 5 seconds later it's back to being a disaster area? Most of the time that's my own disaster area. Not the kids, not my husband, nobody else. It's usually mine. But, you're cooking for your family, and then you end up with this cooking mess. So what can we do to change our perspective, and instead of begrudgingly doing those tasks that we have agreed to do, find a way to make them enjoyable? There's lots of different things that we can do. Number 1 is the perspective. Remember back in week 12, we were talking about our perspective and being thankful. What are we thankful for? Working on a historic farm for a few years, having to cook out of a stove where we had to create our own fire. I have 2 friends in Ireland who, to cook on a daily basis, they have to stoke a fire. And I just find that interesting in today's world. I don't think of Ireland as like a third world country, and it's not, but that is what they rely upon for getting their stove and their oven working. I found very strange and intriguing. And I'm thankful for my electric stove with microwave. I don't have to boil water because I have hot water that comes out of a faucet, so I don't even have to pull my water from the stream. It comes into my faucet and I can just use my sink. and then upgrade that one more step. I have a dishwasher, so all I have to do is load my dishwasher and push a couple buttons and add some dish soap, and voila, clean dishes. So life has been made quite a bit easier today than even 100 years ago here in the United States when it comes to our appliances and things of that nature. So we have those things that make life easier. On top of that, I'm thankful that I have people who enjoy my cooking, but they want to eat my cooking. I have healthy bodies in my home that are using clothes. We can afford clothes even, but using clothes, getting them dirty so that I can clean them for them. Like, what a blessing that is. So changing your perspective is really important. And if you need a refresher on that, go back to week 12. So putting things into perspective, being thankful for the tools that we have today, that the people that we are able to care for, it really helps change our perspective to then enjoy those things that we do. So Mondays are my days that I choose to do all those things. That's when I do my cleaning, my laundry, my shopping, etc. And I try to get it all done that day. I try not to schedule anything else, no other appointments. I try to just focus on that. And I call it my family blessing day. Now, some things you might also do that may help with the overall atmosphere is you can put music on. There are some great playlists on YouTube. Sometimes I'll look for upbeat Christian music to play while I am cleaning, especially if I'm kind of in that drudgery mode. Another thing is my daughter loves essential oils, and she has provided me with some that really are lovely. I'm not going to show them to you right now, but ones that I love to put in on Mondays especially are like a lemon or an orange, something that has a citrus background. And I put that in a little diffuser, and I just have that going while I'm doing that type of stuff. I used to light candles, but I'm dusting that day, and I might find a spot that somehow got missed for who knows how long. So I prefer not to light a candle, but you can light a candle if you feel that that's a good thing for you to do. But there's something about those scents. Another thing is I love opening the windows if it's not too hot or it's not too cold. Even if there's a little bit of cold in the air, it's so nice to just get that fresh air in and just open up the house. And I tell you what, a little bit of cold air does wake me up. So I just want to encourage you to try not to find the negativity in it. There's so much negativity in the world. But I want to also share with you, she quotes in here from Laura Ingalls Wilder, and I'm sure most of you know who she is. She was the one who wrote the Little House on the Prairie books, and then we saw that on TV for quite a while, and I loved it. But here's something that she wrote in 1923. Putting up the school lunch for the children or cooking a good meal for the family may seem very insignificant tasks as compared with giving a lecture, writing a book, or doing other things that have a larger audience, but I will doubt very much in the ultimate reckoning they will count for as much. If when cooking you will think of yourselves as the chemist that you are, combining different ingredients into a food that will properly nourish human bodies, then the work takes on a dignity and an interest, and surely a family well nourished with healthful food so that the boys and girls grow up strong and beautiful, while their elders reach a hale old age is no small thing. It belittles us to think of our daily tasks as small things, and if we continue to do so, it will in time make us small. It will narrow our horizon and make of our work just drudgery. There are so many little things that are really very great, and when we learn to look beyond the insignificant appearing acts themselves to their far-reaching consequences, we will despise not the day of small things. We will feel an added dignity and poise from the fact that our everyday round of duties is as important as any other part of the work of the world. So blessings to you. I can't wait to come back and talk to you about Mother's Day next week. And I know that this video is coming up on Mother's Day, but and so it will be a week late, but that's just kind of the nature of how this book works. Sometimes you can be ahead of the game and other times you can't. So I didn't plan it that way. We'll be talking about Mother's Day the following week, the week after, but hopefully it will help you, give you some ideas for the next year. So again, blessings to you, and I can't wait to see you again.